Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is December 23rd of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage what I'm calling a Christmas apocalypse. Basically, in the next 72 hours, CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an escalating wave of earth-changing events that will inevitably result in the spawning of a second global biological pandemic and or World War III. The date of December 25th, Christmas Day, coincidentally marks the 9th anniversary of the report that I published entitled 10 Reasons Why Switzerland Was the First Jewish State. And this is a report that essentially it basically because the CIA is located in Switzerland and everything that the CIA is doing, all the political assassinations, all the terror attacks, all the torture that they're doing around the world. This is Swiss. This is and Switzerland, if you know anything about Switzerland, is a quote-unquote politically neutral state. So the fact that it's Jewish and then the fact that it's home to the CIA is revolutionary in itself. And consequently, it appears that the CIA has given themselves a 9-year window to basically turn the world upside down. And this is coming to a close on December 25th of 2025. I'm saying 11:59 p.m. on the date of Christmas, which is obviously December 26th around in the rest of the world. What's also imperative to note is that the number 9 equates to the letter I, which is symbolically it stands for intelligence, and as well as symbolically it's an eyeball, right? And that's why we have the letter I in CIA, MI5, MI6, FBI, etc., because this is intelligence. So this 9 years since I published 10 Reasons Why Switzerland Was the First Jewish State, this is basically for the last 9 years, they have been trying to basically turn the world upside down, and they have gone to great lengths to destabilize the entire world, because this information, should it ever get out globally, would change the world and the entire structure of the world. And the notion that the CIA is planning on turning the world upside down by this date is corroborated by the fact that on December 11th of 2025, they removed my blog off of WordPress for no reason whatsoever, and I have had that blog since 2011. And that is evidently because they want to remove all evidence of these crimes, which I have detailed ad nauseum over the last 10, 15 years. So exactly what is planned is not known, but it's basically the CIA is going to do one of three things, or in general. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather here. But basically, they're going to spawn a second global biological pandemic as pretext for nationwide lockdowns, vaccine mandates, and no travel bans, or they're going to trigger World War III. And what appears to be a blood sacrifice offered up to this 9 years in one day. So this is the from December 25th of 2016 to December 26th, December 25th of 2016 to December 25th of 2025. The CIA assassinated Charlie Kirk in the neck. Obviously, this was evidently an Israeli sniper, possibly a sniper drone, at Utah Valley University back on September 10th, 9 years, 1 day. So this is 9 years, and so the 26th, obviously midnight, would be 9 years and 1 day. So this suggests that this program that the CIA is now employing is going to come to a conclusion by midnight on Christmas Day. So exactly what type of events are planned is not known, but I have published a report entitled Operation North Star for the CIA's planning on staging a apocalyptic asteroid/comet strike targeting planet Earth on December 25th. Excuse me. So this would be underground explosives being detonated in Alaska, Canada, the North Pole, and or Russia. And what is also most important to note is that on December 24th, the day before Christmas, we can expect a full-scale. It's either going to be Russia invading Poland, Germany, and or other nations, NATO nations such as Finland, or it's going to be NATO launching some sort of offensive against Russia. Believe it or not. So the date of December 24th marks exactly 46 months since the Russo-Ukrainian war started back on February 24th of 2022. It's also 1,399 days. So if we have two events in 1,400 days, we have 21400. So this is 214. So we have 24 and then the letter 1 or I in the middle, and that forms the Jewish star. And so that tells you everything you need to know about this. And so from the Finnish border all the way to the Ukrainian border, there are troops lined up, NATO troops, there are Russian troops, and so some sort of military offensive is expected. They just concluded Zapad 2025. Zapad means West in English. And this was held in Belarus with 150,000 troops, Russian troops. And this was a CBRN related exercise. So that's chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear exercise. And so from Belarus, it's highly likely that the CIA would stage a Russian invasion of Poland, Germany, possibly Austria, and take the entire Ukraine. Obviously, if that happens, then the United States and or NATO would respond, and then we would have full-on World War III. Considering that the 24th, because the number 24 equates to the letter X, which equates to the letter N in the Roman score, December is L, and then 24 is N. That's line, and basically. Putin has said that if Ukraine becomes a member of NATO or the European Union, that would be a red line. And so it appears that on the 24th of December, or shortly, possibly today, that NATO will accept Ukraine's bid to enter this NATO organization. Which is a red line for Russia. This would obviously trigger World War III. So in the next 24 to 48 hours, some major event is expected to happen in respect to Russia, Ukraine, and or NATO in general that is going to trigger World War III. Coincidentally, there was just a Russian general that was assassinated in Moscow via car bomb, I believe on the 22nd. And this was the third such a general that was assassinated, Russian general, military general. And so this appears that they're going to kill Putin with a car bomb, which of course I already published a report for. But this suggests that a Putin assassination could be the impetus for this impending war between NATO and Russia. So a scenario whereby U.S. Special Forces or NATO Special Forces stage some sort of assassination of Vladimir Putin, possibly via sniper, possibly via a bunker buster, similar to the U.S. attack on Iran's nuclear sites. Some B-21 bomber, stealth bomber, bombing the Kremlin and killing Putin. At this point, everything is on the table. The CIA is absolutely desperate. They're very into numerology, and this is their numerology because the number 9 equates to the letter I, and this is intelligence, and so they are evidently hell-bent on staging some sort of major catastrophic event around the world by the date of Christmas, December 25th. Another hotspot, or what I call flashpoints, is the buildup of the United States Navy off the coast of Venezuela. So we have the USS Gerald R. Ford, the aircraft carrier, then we have the USS Newport News, a nuclear submarine, and then we have like 10 other ships that are currently off the coast of Venezuela in the Caribbean Sea. And so some sort of catastrophic event targeting these ships is expected. So this could be blamed on China, Russia, Iran, but some sort of an event is planned to target these ships over the next 48 to 72 hours. Obviously, this would be like a Gulf of Tonkin, USS Maine type event, and similar to the USS Liberty being attacked by Israel. This impending attack on U.S. Navy vessels in the Caribbean is going to be executed by the Israeli Navy, most likely German-made Dolphin-class submarines of the Israeli Navy. Other potential events that are slated to transpire in the next 48 to 72 hours are 9/11 style nuclear terror attacks. So I just published a report for the 21st, which was a Saudi-backed nuclear terror attack targeting multiple locations. So basically they're going to fly planes into buildings, stadiums, and tourist attractions where there's large amounts of explosives already buried, and then it's going to blow up, and then they're going to say it's a nuclear bomb. As previously mentioned, some sort of biological outbreak as pretext for a second global biological pandemic. And this may be the release of a bioweapon by China or by Russia, or some sort of weaponized contagion such as smallpox, anthrax, or Ebola. But we know that they're planning on staging some sort of biological related event to basically to lock everything down and to pass draconian vaccine mandates and travel bans and stay-at-home orders. As previously mentioned, with the impending assassination of Vladimir Putin, we know that the CIA is going to stage political assassinations in the next 24 or 48 to 72 hours. Obviously, Vladimir Putin, Donald J. Trump, Nicolas Maduro, those are the most likely to be assassinated. In respect to U.S. President Donald J. Trump, I'm just going to state it here on the record on December 23rd of 2025 that U.S. President Donald J. Trump will no longer be president by the date of December 26th of 2025. He will be neutralized in some form or fashion. This could be, he could be arrested for crimes he did not commit. He could be assassinated. He could die of some sort of medical related condition. He could be forced to resign. He could be, if I didn't mention suicided, he could be suicided most likely under the guise of the Epstein case. But what's imperative to note is that J.D. Vance will be sworn in as the 48th President of the United States by the date of December 26. Considering that the Swiss CIA, that their henchmen, if you will, are the Israeli Mossad, it's highly likely that the CIA is going to stage Islamic terror attacks. This is essentially the CIA's bread and butter. This is what they do. They've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. It's basically they assassinate people, blow shit up, and then they blame people in masks, black masks. And the reason why they're wearing masks is because they're Israelis, so they have to hide their appearance. Because if they didn't wear masks, then we would see exactly who they are. So we can expect some sort of an attack or terror event, hostage crisis, massacre, bombing, hijacking by the likes of Al Qaeda, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Muslim Brotherhood, ISIS, or the Taliban in the next 48 to 72 hours. Because the way that the CIA operates, as evidence, just my experience with the CIA over the last 15 years, is that whenever I expose what they're going to do, they always do something lesser. So because they have an obsession with doing terrible, evil things, so they like to do terror attacks on holidays. So December 24th is obviously Christmas Eve. Everybody's at home with their family, so they get off on terrorizing people. And then of course Christmas is the 25th. So they love to do terror attacks on holidays. They love it. So in the aftermath of this video, excuse me, it's highly likely that the CIA would stage some sort of a lesser such event in order to terrorize humanity over these holidays. And this include, but are not limited to, IED bombings, vehicle-borne improvised explosive device like truck bombings, car bombings, race war attacks, possibly lynchings, cross burnings, dirty bomb attacks, possibly targeting New York, London, or Paris, cyber attacks. So I just really want to harp on this for a second. So there was just a blackout on the December 21st in San Francisco, which is likely going to be blamed on a Chinese cyber attack. So I think like half the city went dark. So this suggests that some sort of major cyber-related event is planned. Because everybody is going to be getting gifts, most likely electronics, everybody's going to be online on Christmas morning, and so that's likely when they would strike. This could be a internet outage, this could be a power outage, this could be some sort of blackout or what have you, but some sort of cyber-related event is expected on December 25th. Also, it's highly likely that the CIA is going to stage some sort of electromagnetic pulse-related event. So this would be, they would say that Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, Pakistan sent up a missile into the lower Earth orbit, and then it blew up, and then it knocked out all the electricity. Also, I should mention that it's 100% certain that the CIA is going to stage some sort of nuclear ballistic missile strike by the date of December 25th. Obviously December 26th in Europe and the rest of the world. I have published literally hundreds of reports for this. This is how they plan to start World War III, is by staging three of them at a time. So this is, I won't get into it, but they would stage three strikes at a given location. Also, mass shootings, neo-Nazi attacks, radiological events such as a meltdown at a nuclear reactor, and then man-made earthquakes, tsunamis, or volcanic eruptions are expected. Suicide bombings. I'm going to highlight the sporting events that are going to transpire on the date of Christmas. So obviously some sort of Islamic suicide bombing, plane crashes, possibly targeting celebrities. As previously mentioned, hijackings and 9/11 style attacks. This could also be a domestic terror attack, whereby somebody has a small Cessna and then loads it with biological contagion and flies it into a particular location. And then of course storming attacks. So this is what the CIA loves to do to start wars, is to have their special forces go in and secure a location and then such as the Iranian hostage crisis. Um, so some sort of storming event, possibly targeting a Capitol building. What is also expected is an Iranian offensive, a Chinese offensive, a Russian offensive, or North Korea offensive. So basically, Switzerland is going to contact their people in these respective countries and tell them to launch an unprovoked attack targeting a neighboring country, possibly even the United States. And so we can expect some sort of offensive by Iran, Russia, China, or North Korea. And this would likely result in World War III. All the wars that Trump has solved thus far, between the Congo and Rwanda, between Hamas and Israel, and the other ones, India and Pakistan, and all the rest of them, those will likely be ignited over the next 48 to 72 hours. And these wars, basically, it's highly likely that some sort of mass breakout of violence is expected. Also, in respect to India and Pakistan, so the CIA, this is like they want to have a nuclear exchange between India and Pakistan, and the way that they are going to do that, or the way that they've been trying to do that, is by staging a false flag. They've already staged the India-Pakistan conflict earlier this year, and during which like 5 planes were shot down. And so there's some sort of major event regarding India and Pakistan is expected, and this will happen very quickly, and this will result in a nuclear exchange between the two countries, likely killing millions and millions of people. Also, last but not least, as the CIA always does on holidays, is that some sort of celebrity blood sacrifice is expected. So, similar to like Kobe Bryant and other celebrities which have perished, the CIA loves to torture humanity by killing their biggest sports stars and celebrities and movie stars. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Tom Brady, Taylor Swift, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, Donald J. Trump, and or his family members, Kim Kardashian, the Dalai Lama, Ronaldo, and Messi. Those are just a few, but some sort of major celebrity is likely going to be killed or die in some sort of accident, because we know that the CIA loves to do celebrity blood sacrifices. So just in closing, some sort of major event is planned, most likely going to be a full-scale World War III event on the 24th between Russia and NATO, or some sort of apocalyptic terror attack on Christmas Day. Coincidentally, this is the first year ever that the NFL is holding games on Christmas. Usually it's the NBA's turn to shine, because the NFL has historically had their games on Thanksgiving, and the NBA has their games on Christmas. But this year it's different. So the Cowboys are playing the Commanders, the Lions are at the Vikings, the Broncos are at the Chiefs, and so this suggests that some sort of major event is planned for Christmas Day. Also, the Cavs are at the Knicks, the Spurs are at the Thunder, the Mavericks are at the Warriors, the Rockets are at the Lakers, and the Timberwolves are at the Nuggets. So there is plenty of games that are going to be on Christmas Day, and so some sort of an event is likely going to be happen during the live broadcast of these events on Christmas Day. So just to close, this is a red alert. The CIA is absolutely desperate to stage World War III or another biological pandemic by December 25th in the United States, or December 26th. What's imperative to note about the 26th is that it equates the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, which is in fact the political motivation behind these impending attacks in the next 48 to 72 hours, which is why the aforementioned report, 10 Reasons Why Switzerland is the First Jewish State, is so important because it exposes that Switzerland is the primary catalyst for Zionism around the world. And that is why the first Zionist Congress was held in Basel, Switzerland back in sometime in the 30s. And that is because Switzerland is the first Jewish state, and they are sabotaging the Russo-Ukrainian peace talks. They have CERN, which is the motherboard of the internet. So they're doing the cyber attacks. They're doing everything, and they're doing it because I guess after World War II. Because with the basically the castration of Germany during World War II, I guess they felt it was too close to their border. So then they created the state of Israel. And so Israel and her Navy and her Air Force and her Mossad are responsible for doing 99.9% of all the terrorism around the world. So obviously there's a few degrees of separation between Switzerland and Israel. But this report, 10 Reasons Why Switzerland is the First Jewish State, exposes this. And this is a huge revelation because this makes everything make sense. So Switzerland is neutral because they have their hands in everything, and they're about to turn shit upside down in the next 24 to 48 hours. So obviously, if any of the aforementioned events come to fruition in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.